on all these things, and then like you have to do it as a step.
Yeah.
So
I think we started teaching it like we will go into every box and put 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, but then we figure out the factory. You can still do that when the 0, 0. It is in these instructions because it's like an extra like insurance that you're doing it right. So maybe at the beginning still do that. Okay, so we're done now, and as I was saying, there's like a special way to put the sensors back in, and that is for these two guys. This guy is the same. It's round, so you can just put it back in, and then make sure it's you know where it stops is fine, and then you can tighten. And one thing I learned the hard way at the beginning, I wasn't sure if I was really securing them well with just with my hands.
Is that supposed to work?
No, then it's not. Again, I usually do it with the steps, so but we removed it from the farm. So yeah, push it down a little more.
Yeah, it looks like that's as far as it wants to go.
So I can see Ellie,
Maybe I didn't put it
Oh,
on
yeah.
tight enough.
What is the cap?
You can see you in the living room, you can see me change the channel.
oh, so I didn't.
You only get a few hours setting your time like
Yeah,
that.
no, that's
Why you want me to do
okay.
that?
Maybe.
Yeah, so you really want these to be tight.
Yeah, no, we should
Are we
push it
not
back
having-
down. I don't know. What if it's not on the red?
Oh,
There
yeah,
it is. You
yeah,
tighten
yeah.
it down.
Just a little
Tighten
bit.
it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because it just takes that top part, right? And just like.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, Mama's right about that.
But what I was saying is sometimes I use like a wrench to
Oh.
don't do that
Careful,
unless
though.
it's very necessary because if you start tightening too much you might move the bottom part that it's inside the panel
it's so
and
small.
sometimes
Yeah,
that's
once it's kinda
how
snug,
air
it's
gets
always
in
good.
and forms bubbles and you might hear like a rumbling sound in there so you know always try to do it with your hands and then for these two guys so again these are not round like the water temp sensor these sensors are inside this hole and inside these 4 holes so you want to make sure that the water will pass on them through them so if you put this guy like this water will hit over here same with this is a little better but it still has this
Yeah.
part
Still
so you want to make sure that you really look where it's going you know it doesn't matter which side but this
So there's actually one little reference point usually on these sensors. If you look at on the gray cable, right where it goes into the top of the probe,
we
there should be
put
a little black.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little
There you
black
go.
dot.
And that should be facing you?
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
you
if
want to
just-
push it down as much as you can and then pull it up just a
Probably
little
like
bit
an eighth, of, not even.
so it's not sitting at the bottom of the
Yeah, you don't want to touch it.
So you said push it down and pull
You
it
are
up.
right. If I
It
did it,
makes sense.
I'm gonna let you do it, but yeah, push it down
You
all
can
the
order
way.
it ahead
When
of
you
time because
can,
you have a light.
pull it
Oh, I
up
clarify.
slightly,
You can.
and then
You
tighten
can,
it.
but, you just don't want them to be sitting for like a year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this
Essentially,
one
yeah.
too,
I
because
feel like essentially it's like
I
if
don't
you know
trust
you're
my
going to be
tiny
okay,
self.
2 months, we got to be changing our sensor. Let's order one now.
Yeah.
So we have it, you know, we got plenty
Just
of
in
time
case.
to
Yeah.
you know, for it to come in. I'm just
Right.
thinking because
The
you know, yeah.
Yeah, the lifespan. Uh-huh.
that we went
Smiling.
She's
just
tired.
sad.
Why not
She's
done?
like, I've been working all week, no pay.
Drug me all the way across the country.
My parents have taken all my pay. State of Massachusetts, state.
They sure are.
It was a good meme on the computer. It was like my younger brother just got his first paycheck and he's smiling with it in the envelope, and then it's like one he's all mad, and it's like he just found out how much gets taken out for taxes. It's so funny.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
all
yeah,
bad,
make sure
right.
that
You have an income tax?
whatever
Yeah.
side
Oh yeah,
you
we got
want
everything.
Uh-huh.
is
Sales tax.
Sales tax, property tax.
It doesn't matter,
like
but yeah,
that.
exactly, like that.
Crossing the street,
All the
crossing
way
the street
down.
tax, you know, yeah, it's everything.
Breathing.
Yeah, oh, you breathing out air tax.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's rough.
We're like so resistant to taxes. We have an individual, like local sales tax,
True.
but nothing for the state income tax.
Oh, you guys are lucky.
Well,
Well, yeah.
we just cut our ferries.
I was gonna say there's
so
a give and take, right?
Yeah.
There's a give and take.
Yeah, perfect, like that, go all the way down and then slightly
Is there
higher.
the same indicator on the blue?
There's not
yeah.
because
Okay.
it's again black.
Is that something
you
you can put on?
Absolutely,
Sure.
get a
Okay.
Sharpie, do it. But you know, when you put it back in, just make sure that the opening is facing the stream of
Okay.
the water.
Okay.
And I was like trying
It
to,
goes
I was
like
stabilizing it with this hand and
Yeah.
so it wouldn't turn.
Right.
Yeah.
As I was rotating.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I was trying to do that.
I'm a little
Much
taller.
better.
You
But yeah,
don't pick up the-
if you forget how the water is flowing, you can just look at the dosing panel. This is how it goes up. It goes through the sensors and down back in the tank. So it's that way. Okay,
Great.
now we're done with that. And it's important to put them back. Once you're done with pH, put them back in because then you're gonna turn auto dosing back on and this recirculator sensor, recirculator part. Once you do that, if your sensors aren't there, water is gonna start shooting up. Yeah.
Don't find out the hard way.
One time I had to like look if there was a clog, so I took a sensor out, and Dave was like, "Just put your eye in there and see if water." And I was just like,
Right
like
as it
trying to
starts
like
turning.
before it sprayed in my face a little bit.
Do you need to like turn the circulation pump on, or no? Because there's a waiting period, right, where it's gonna read those. It's gonna circulate and read, so it's not gonna dose right away.
Yeah,
forget,
exactly.
right, there's a
yeah.
waiting
it
period.
might take 20 minutes.
Right, that's what
after
it is. 20 minutes. Okay, because I
Yeah.
wasn't sure too if you wanted to turn the recirculating pump on first to get it circulating, and then kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Then auto dose, but I forgot.
Where do I go? See, I don't know. Controls, dosing, nutrient, auto dosing. Now we're in zone 1. Back on. Wait a second. 1, 2. Back on. And oh no. pH. 2.
Seriously.
That makes sense.
Yes.
And on. All set. And now
1 and 13. On.
yeah, one. Again, I'm an LGM user. I'm like still using the outputs back there. We just changed over the greenery. But
So now,
you hear them.
you hear that? So now, the very last thing, if I can just jump in.
Yeah, please.
Very last thing that I always like to do is just kind of check for any leaks around here. Make sure that these are really nice and tight. So, yeah. So you could even go as far as to pop these off.
I think it's already off, actually. It's still 40 hours.
That's this side.
Oh. Yeah, there's
Great. So,
Just again, check for
Just
heat.
make sure there's no leaks.
making sure there's no leak. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah. So, it's important to know that there are 3 points in this manifold that are threaded. This guy, that guy, that guy. So you want to make sure that there are no leaks and we're all good to go. So, and that, make sure no air can get in. And that's good. Great. We can do it for the other one if we want. So, yeah, what I like to do is kind of like stack. There you go.
Good
No,
catch.
I love-
Cool. So, here, try there, and a little bit. Cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good work. Calibrated.
So we have
It's calibration complete.
right.
And what's over here? Okay, we have like another
There you
2
go.
minutes.
So we've officially calibrated.
All right.
Good work.